Hi, Maya. This is our very first episode of our brand new podcast that we're doing together because the people wanted it and we give the people what they want.
Or is it just because we like getting drunk and talking shit?
And attention. We like attention.
And attention. Yeah, absolutely. Cheers to our first episode.
Cheers to our first episode, and cheers to your new sexy husky voice. What's going on here?
Oh, yeah. No, apologies. I love how it's our first episode and I sound like Darren Lockyer. No, I've been sick for the last week, and unfortunately coughing my guts up has like thrashed my voice.
Are you
So if I cough,
because somebody went into your Lockyer Valley?
no, I wish. No, I literally just the joys of working in a customer-facing role in my day job. So if I sound husky or I cough or I sniffle a lot during this podcast, I'm so sorry to all the listeners. It's just going to be some like ASMR, some like post-pandemic ASMR of coughing and sneezing. Can we just quickly talk about this amazing setup you've got behind you?
Yes. Well, as we are taking a divergence from my usual "excuse me, I have something to say" podcast, we spoiler alert.
I just clicked as to what's behind you.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, anyone that's watching this on the YouTube version of this is already going to watch the episode, so they're going to know.
If they haven't, I'll just sit like this. I'm the butch one.
But I enjoy this little like sunset look behind you as well, and like
yes, thank you. I feel like I've gone to all this trouble and you've gone back in the closet.
Well, again, I can't be sitting outside in the cold at the moment because of my voice. And also, too, I don't want to risk pissing off the neighbors by me cackling and falling off my chair again. For those that don't know what that is, it's in relation to an episode of Shaun's other podcast that I did where I got really, really drunk and fell off a chair.
We'll share the link. But no, look, I picked up this light from Kmart. It's called a sunset light, and she's gorgeous.
It's heaven. And
I also love dances to music. Like if you put music on, it knows music and it plays like it does it to the beat. It's really cool.
Oh, so it's not like one of those little cactuses that does like the movements in time to whatever it is.
It is. How dare you cast such lewd aspersions upon my person?
I love as well how we unintentionally, and this is with no collusion whatsoever, are both in a black top with ombre hair tonight.
This is true. I can't speak for the ombre hair, but the black top is because I've gained so much weight since they got married. Ugh.
Oh, my black top is purely because I wanted to be warm and comfortable and didn't want to put tits back on.
Fair. This is a take your tits off kind of show, listeners.
Absolutely. If you're a person with physical tits and you can't take them off, my hats are off to you. Unfortunately, I can take mine off, so I get to relax. Shall we get stuck into recapping this premiere episode of Down Under 2?
Duck in. I was super excited. I have been super excited for a little while now since they said that it was coming, and I feel like it didn't disappoint.
It's definitely a step up from last season, 100%. Obviously, we know that last season was plagued by
COVID.
a change. Well, COVID, because it was originally supposed to be filmed in Sydney, and then at last minute, production had to be halted and pulled out of Sydney because of lockdowns and COVID, and was shifted to New Zealand, and was all a last minute thing. So that explains why the first season was very hodgepodge. But this one, 100%, they've stepped up their game a little bit. It was enjoyable. Lots of stuff to cover, which we will get to as we go through it. But, I mean, obviously, we know that there's no special guest judge tonight, but there's just a special guest appearance by the Irwins. I was a little bit shocked to see that they were the first ones off the off the rank?
They're getting around at the minute. I keep seeing them everywhere, and I really feel like Robert Owen just teased us all. I really thought he was going to swear, and then he
Does he
didn't.
not look like his dad?
He definitely looks like his
Oh
dad.
my God. I was watching it just going, fuck me. He looks so much like Steve. Um, Not fuck me that way because he's still a child. I mean, he's legal, he's 18, but still no.
So the cover of that magazine, that was quite nice.
Everyone's been talking about this, but I haven't seen it.
It's Robert Owen in a high fashion situation with a fresh haircut. Like country boy does
Yeah.
good, you know.
Yeah, okay.
He looks nice. The clothes are lovely. He wears his lovely high-waisted pants, and I want them, but too old for that.
All right, so our first cab off the rank.
Yes, let's meet our queens.
Yeah, first cab off the rank is fabulous Anaconda from Sydney, wearing a gorgeous turquoise, blue, green, aqua, nice little short mullet dress. Yeah, first impression of Hannah?
Look, I liked her. I feel like she might be a little bit lippy, controversial. But I think she knows.
I was just gonna say, I'm like, first impression, lips.
I thought she looked lovely, and she's totally giving me Blue Fairy from Pinocchio vibes, which I think is lovely because she
Yeah,
did say that sometimes she feels like a fairy godmother, and she's definitely, and I'm sure we'll get to it a little bit later on, but she's definitely channeling that. She's in the Disney realm of drag, I think. Like she
yeah,
likes the dresses, and I guess like the pageantry of, I mean, it's all pageantry, but the pageantry of it all in the sense that I feel like she maybe pulls to that kind of Disney character vibe.
yeah.
And just to clarify, I've only seen one episode, so, and I don't know anything about Hanaconda, and I feel like she could completely just throw me off.
See, I know of Anaconda. Like, her name is quite well known in the drag scene. But I know of her through Wigs by Vanity because she is, or I'm assuming is, not was, but is a good friend of Vanity. Um, so I've known of Anaconda for years through Vanity, but I don't know much about her because I don't know much about the Sydney scene. I've never been out in Sydney. So I don't know any Sydney queens or what their scene's like, but she looks fabulous. I love the outfit.
She's also like, she genuinely, I mean, first one in, that's always fun
Oh,
because you
always the
get,
hardest.
yeah, but you get kind of like free reign to have a quick sticky beak around before anybody else comes in. But she
Plus,
did,
you get to watch every other girl walk in.
yes, and she did seem genuinely like super excited to be there, and so
Yes.
I felt happy for her.
The only thing I would have preferred a different colored hair. I'm not a fan of the grey hair.
See, I like it.
I would have preferred a different colored hair with that outfit. I think, in all honesty, I would love to. I don't know if she does black hair. Again, because I don't know much about Hannah, but I would have loved to seen that exact hairstyle, but in a nice jet black, because it would contrast against the blue really nicely. That's just my like. Otherwise, I think yeah, she's fabulous. She'll be fun to watch. Um, Plus, as well, but considering she's a Sydney legend, it'll be good to see how her take on drag goes with this competition.
Yeah.
Well,
Second queen in. Are we ready to go there?
yeah, yeah, I'm getting through that now.
I'm
Our
just gonna
second queen off
lean.
the
I'm
rank.
just gonna
Oh my
lean over
god,
here.
that's right.
Um,
Okay, second queen in. Hats McGee. Um, Fucking Fofa from. Well, where does she say she's from? Because I was under the impression that Fofa was from Newcastle.
I think she said she was originally from New Zealand. She's based in Sydney or New South Wales, but was originally from NZ.
Yeah, so she says that she's based in Sydney. I was aware of her living in Newcastle. That's how I first came to hear about Fofa, was her being based in Newcastle. Maybe she was just doing shows there. Um, First impression of Fo.
Was it that you might want to lay off that MSG before you get addicted to me?
I mean, that's a camp tagline. My first impression was just loud.
Yes, look, I watched the episode with my husband who has,
Sorry.
sorry, he has minimum tolerance for anything that's loud and screamy. So, needless to say, Fofa was not Benny's number one queen of choice for the night. But she certainly made an entrance, which I think is now going to be seen as somewhat iconic for her, with the big floppy hat
With the hat.
and messing it up twice.
Helping to walk out and then come back in and lift it up. Yeah.
Yeah, the same thing happening. It's so fun. And then,
So
can't beat them, join them, just throw that hat to the ground, girl.
So I know that she has done a couple of shows at the balcony as well.
Oh, okay.
So where I previously performed at. So I know that she's a talented performer. I was not a fan of the dress, I have to be honest.
No, me too. And I felt like, because I watched it back earlier, the episode, and I made notes. I was like, it's too long. Like when she's standing there in the archway, it was too long and dragging on the floor. But then the next time you saw her, it wasn't.
But the double split as well. I wasn't a fan of the double split. I wasn't a fan of the checkerboard print. Like with a giant hat like that and those hair, like that gorgeous copper orange, like flame hair that was stunning and looks stunning on her. Like, I mean, she looks gorgeous. Like her face and her hair looks amazing.
Can we address something? There was something that bothered me about her.
Yeah.
It was, and I feel like this is just me being harsh, but I feel like it could be lighting and like studio lighting as opposed to stage lighting and whatnot. But her lace front, you could really, really see the lace front.
Oh yeah. Yep. So I've just paused it here and I can see what you're talking about. So that comes with, depending on the quality of the lace. I'm assuming that the wig that she's got on is a wig by Vanity, so the lace quality is amazing. But it could also be the way that she's painted. So if she's worn that wig before, generally the lace might get stained to the color of your makeup.
Because the lace part seems darker than her skin.
So I would say she's probably previously worn that with a darker foundation. So she might have been tanning or something, and then she's put it on here. So she's cleaned the lace and everything, but she's put it on here, but it's still got that somewhat color of the previous foundation. So while it still is, well, it's not like 100% noticeable. It is, once you see it, you see it.
Yeah, and watching the episode the first time around, that was all I could see when I saw her.
Yeah.
But then watching the episode for number 3 tonight, I started to see it on others, which is when I was like, maybe it was like a lighting thing. But what you're saying makes perfect sense.
I've got this, so I've just got this paused on her right now, and this frame that's paused on of her, she looks fucking gorgeous. Like everything is just stunning. Like she's a gorgeous, gorgeous queen. But yeah, the dress, I was not a fan of the houndstooth dress. Like if you're going to walk in with a giant resort style hat, I'm expecting like a giant, like long, flowy, like poolside beach at Cabo style gown, like very J-Lo Versace style dress, just like chiffon and flowy sort of. That's what I'm expecting if you're walking in a giant resort style hat.
Dorothy on a Sunday picnic.
Like houndstooth is great in certain styles. That I was not a fan of.
Queen number 3 is Spanky Jackson. Spanky says that I might be a sheep fucker from New Zealand, but at least I didn't have to tie me kangaroo down.
Okay.
She was met with silence.
A couple. Well, I mean, that was interesting. So when I rewatched this with my housemate the second time, the first thing he said was, he looked at me, he was like, from the wide out, he said it looked like me. And I was like, excuse me? And he's like, I was very confused for a second there. And I'm like, one, I didn't disappear for however long this filming takes, so you know that I wasn't on the show. And he's like,
unless you got kicked out on the first one.
And he's like, I know, but that's why I was confused. I'm like, 2, I wear flat hair. I do not wear that flat hair. And 3, and I know this is controversial, and I know a lot of
Ooh.
queens have already commented on it as well. I wear fucking tights. Um, like if you've got the legs, absolutely show them off. Chuck a pair of fishnets on or something, fishnets, a pair of tights, just something. Bare-legged, you're a man. Like, sir, you're a man. Like, put on a
Okay.
pair of tights.
I'm gonna say about Spanky, love the hair, love the makeup, love the fan.
The dress is stunning. I
I
love the
I
dress.
hate the dress. I hate the dress and
Oh,
I hate the catchphrase. The color of the dress, gorgeous. Looks great on her.
I love how you're like, I love the hair, I hate the dress. And I'm like, I hate the hair, love the dress.
I think like I
Oh,
there's a part of me
oh,
that
I
would,
didn't
oh, what is it? What is it?
I didn't notice it the first time. The little fingerless gloves
Yeah, look,
with
there's a time to wear fingerless gloves, and one of our later queens who comes on, she does fingerless gloves well,
but
not here.
fingerless gloves with that dress? No.
Mm-mm.
Like you're going for a very like almost like red carpet type look with that style of dress and that color and that cut and everything like that. And then fingerless gloves.
Yeah,
No.
but gloves are always on the red carpet at the minute. But I will say this, when I say I hate the dress when the camera pulls back and I see her from head to toe. I like
Yeah.
the dress when we're just getting the shoulders,
Sorry.
yeah, the off the shoulder vibe, which you're rocking, and that big poofy sleeve. I like that, but I
Yeah.
don't like the whole, like when the camera comes back and we see the whole ensemble. Her makeup's flawless, her hair is beautiful,
I
the
would have
color
I
is
would have
great.
I would have preferred just an extra maybe inch to the bottom of the dress.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit, because I did notice when she was standing there, you could still see a bit of a panty.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because it was very C word short. Um, but obviously that comes with her height as well, because she's a tall queen. Like
Mm-hmm.
she's a tall queen. Um, and I have to say, out of drag, like she looks like everyone's dad.
She's only my age.
She's your age.
I'm turning 37 this year and she's 37.
Wow. Okay.
Mm.
Yep. I mean, she's gonna be fun. She's gonna be fun to watch. I think I will enjoy her. I just first impression, her walking in, I was like, interesting. Okay. Yep.
Okay. Up next, queen number 4.
Is Beverly Kills from Brisbane. So a
Brisbane
local queen.
queen. Giddy up, motherfuckers.
Her walking in with her Billie Eilish styled hair, then acid green and black and leather and whips and chaps and fringe. And so I'm going to say precursor this by saying I don't know if I've ever met Beverly, because I know she was originally based on the Gold Coast here before moving up to Brisbane. So I may have met Beverly. I don't remember. But as far as I'm aware, I've never met Beverly. Um, I hear she's an amazing performer. I've seen little snippets of her performing. Um, Loved this outfit, her walking in. The hair was, I would have preferred different hair, if I'm honest.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't a big fan of that huge pony. Otherwise, I loved the outfit, loved the tagline, loved the whip, loved everything about it, because it was unique, it was different, it's something we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
I did get a sense as soon as she walked in of this sense of eagerness, but also slight cockiness from being a young 21-year-old performer on the show already. Whether or not that's true or not, it could have just been the way the production, edited things together. But I wasn't put off by it, but I was just like, okay, you're going to be one of those little, like, I know what I'm doing type queens.
Mm-hmm. I think as well, like the first 3 queens that we saw were very, very feminine, very, Hanaconda with the princess vibe. And then you've got Faux Fur with, her big hat, resort hat, Spanky, and
Yep.
her ready for her Oscars close up. And then Beverly comes in with a whip and chaps. And in
Yep.
terms of the outfit, I loved it. You know, any of you listeners out there may not know this, but I fancy myself a country boy, even though I'm not, and I do love my country music, and I do love a fringe moment. So I was down for that. But
She actually means that she's got several pairs of arseless chaps in her wardrobe.
I don't have any. My birthday's coming up in a couple of weeks, though, so feel free to send them to me.
All right, Benny.
Right, cowboy. But yeah, I wasn't overly fussed with the hair. I feel like the outfit had enough of the sort of the toxic vibrant green that I don't think she probably needed it in that much hair.
See, I would have loved. So I know that she's rocked it before because I've seen videos of her wearing it and photos of it as well. I would have loved that outfit with either a big, so instead of a ponytail, a big fuck off braid.
Yes, that's
So
perfect.
like instead of going back into a slick back pony, I would have preferred like a big fuck off braid, almost like a whip, but not a whip. That would have been heaven. Like
That yeah, that would have
that would
killed
have
it.
taken that up to the next level. Yeah, otherwise, like I'm excited to watch her. I think she's going to be amazing on the show. We'll get into the edits a little bit
Yes, I feel
later
like you and
on.
I already know what we're about to say about the edit later on.
Yeah, but anyway,
There's
our
always
next queen.
one, Miss Super Duper Mini Cooper.
She's okay. So I have to precursor this. I have worked with Minnie Cooper before, and she's lovely. Like she's so camp. She's so fun. She's so humble. She's a lovely joy to be around. So I worked with her a couple of years ago. So I say a couple, it's like several years ago. She came up to do a show at Escape with us, and she was just heaven to work with. And I was so joyed to see her on the show because she is an older queen. Like it's very rare that you still see a queen working in the Australian scene, as far as I'm aware, that is over the age of 50.
Yeah,
So
I'll say I've never seen one.
to have her repping the older generation is amazing.
And doing it so well. Like
Yeah,
I have a
like
little note that, spoiler alert, guys, I'm yet to really warm to any of the queens that I've seen on this season, but that always happens with me on like episode one. I'm
yeah,
like too judgmental of everyone. But there's something really endearing about Minnie, and I feel like, I don't know if it's like the fact that she is older. I don't know her drag. I don't know how she normally performs, but I really feel like she's super happy to be there. She's grateful. She knows the opportunity. And I feel like when it came to her entrance outfit, she completely nailed the assignment of Drag Race. Like, I loved her little outfit, and I love that it gives me flashbacks to RuPaul's like first
yep,
posters for Drag Race. And I think Ru wore a pink version of something somewhat similar.
yep.
But I love it. It's really just like, she knows what she's doing. She's there to have fun. She's on Drag Race. You know, her name represents a car. So, of course, why wouldn't you vroom, vroom and play with that? The one thing I will say, sorry, her makeup was gorgeous and looked really, really pretty. I loved her makeup. But her little opener, her little catchphrase when she came out, Minnie on the outside, but once you get inside me, I go real fast. I really wish she took a little bit more of a less PG version and said Minnie on the outside. But once you get inside me, I really open up. I
See,
mean,
I would have maybe something similar of like Minnie on the outside, but I'm like a clown car. You can fit 15 inside me. Um,
this is
that would
why
have been yeah.
this is why you do what you do and I do what I do.
See, I loved her outfit. I thought her outfit was camp, um, very on brand for Drag Race. I thought it was fun. Um, loved everything about her entrance look. She came across very, very personable, which is amazing. Um, I don't think I'd ever seen her out of drag, so I was a little bit shocked when I saw her out of drag, and I was like, oh, that's someone's granddad.
That's right. You're a
Um,
50-year-old man.
yeah, yeah, literally. I was like, oh, okay, yep. Um, but I'm excited. I really genuinely hope she makes it far in this
Mm-hmm.
competition. Just because, not because, she's an older queen, so she deserves it, but I think just because she is so super talented and so personal and such a joy to watch, that I think she should make for some good TV. But
Mm-hmm.
we'll see.
Yeah, I think the age difference would definitely play a part into
Yes.
helping
Well,
her go further.
it'll be
Um,
interesting to see if that plays into storylines when, because obviously coming up in the workroom, we see a little bit of a split between the older and the younger queens, where some of the younger queens are throwing some massive shade towards the older queens. Um, so it'll be interesting to see if they play up on that storyline dynamic.
oh, a good producer will. Now,
Mm.
Maya, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Are you looking for Molly? Because I'm here to get it popping.
So our next queen is Miss Molly Poppins from Newcastle. Um, okay, I have.
Be
I,
kind.
I, yeah, no, I wanna like her. I do. Um, her confessional. First thing I saw was late 90s Roseanne. Um,
I see it
and
now. Love you, Molly.
that's that's not intending to be shady. That was the first thing that popped into my head. Um, but she seems like a fun girl.
Did
Um,
love her fairy bread shirt in the confessional.
oh, it's camp. I love that.
Mm,
Um, I so she's not the first. There's a couple of mullets on this season. I fucking hate the mullet.
agreed.
Hate the mullet. Um, I don't care if you want to try and tell me that it's fashion and the mullet is fucking gross.
You're listening,
Um,
Rue. Vote out the mullet.
I will say I'm not a fan of the color combo of her look. I
No,
love
agreed.
I love the pieces separately. So I love the green hair matching the green shoe, and I love the pink like plastic dress with the bow. I don't love the pieces together. Um, I do love that she emphasizes her tits a lot because that's very much a thing that I do. Um, titty queen, love good tit. I feel like is there a pill that is pink and green? I don't know. I'm not a recreational drug user, so
Or a doctor.
yeah, that too. Um,
I'm not sure. Like maybe. I mean, I feel like I've
because
not.
I'm noticing her earrings are pills.
Were they pills or were they some sort of ice cream?
No, it's a pill.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a pill.
young fat
Because
kid in me just got excited for ice cream.
well, at first I was looking at going, is she representing watermelon? And then I'm like, no, it's a pill. Um, but yeah, I'm not a fan of this like neon, almost pastel-y green with this hot
No,
pink.
and the green, I feel like I'm a little. I feel like if I was Beverly Kills and I came out in that green and black number, and then somebody came out in the same green, with the hair, and I get the completely different vibes, but I would be like,
Yeah,
guys, there's too much of this neon green happening here. Like, come on.
yeah.
I've never
Like
seen this color so much.
she's styled amazingly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like the whole look, I enjoy. Like I said, I enjoy pieces of the look. I enjoy the aesthetic of the look. I just don't like the color combination. Like pair that green with any other color, I think I probably would have liked it. Or pair the pink with any other color, I probably would have liked it.
Yeah.
Um, I just don't like that green with that pink color. I just yeah,
Yeah.
not a fan.
And at this point as well, like after episode 1, I hate to say it, but there's definitely some highs for Molly Poppins and some lows for Molly Poppins. For me though, she's not she like she's a great contender, but there's something about her that I'm just not warming to. I feel like she's not personable, and to come out after Minnie Cooper, who was so automatically, for whatever reason, I connected with her, for her to then be the next one to come out. I'm like, no, Minnie, bring back Minnie.
Yeah, yeah. See, it was always going to be hard following Minnie, but also too. So Molly's another one that I personally not heard of, but I'm not 100% versed in the country drag scene. As and I'm not saying country is in Newcastle is like a small country town. I mean, as in like the national, as in the Australian drag scene.
I'm still thinking back to you saying you're not 100% versed.
Excuse you, rude.
Mm.
But so I don't know what Molly's like as a performer. I did meet a couple of people from Newcastle on the weekend that said that she's amazing. So I'm excited to see what she can bring to the competition. But
I
yeah,
feel like she'll be a bit of an underdog. Like, I feel like
yeah,
she'll go quite far because she definitely has, she's definitely got some talent when it comes to making costumes, which we'll get into later. Like,
yeah,
I thought she did really well. So I think she has the potential to go really, really far. I hope that they edit together maybe a more endearing version of her for the next couple of episodes.
yeah, yeah. I hope she's not just. I hope she's not the filler queen of the season,
Mm-hmm.
but I
No, I know
feel.
who that one is. They're coming up as queen number 8.
Oh, okay. I don't even know what queen we're up to now.
We're on 6 with Molly.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So 7 is okay. So 7 is our next queen, which is another New Zealand queen, by the name of
Yuri Guy, and I
Guy.
appreciate the comedy value in the name.
Is it supposed
The
to be a take of Uruguay?
and Uruguay, like the spell,
I
like
was in the
it's
country. Oh,
Uruguay and Uruguay mush together, and we get Yuri Guy. And
yep.
what I loved was high concept, high fashion roadkill, and I'm here for that.
It's
But
very Countess American Horror Story esque.
mm,
But I feel like that's only because of the hair and then the blood. Like if she'd done any other style of hair, no one would be saying Countess, but very much that hair. Although I'm not a fan of how short the dress is.
okay.
I would have preferred a longer, like even just that one side coming longer down, I would have thought was heaven. But she's covered in stones. Like she's
Mm-hmm.
stoned her actual skin.
And
Like
her
she
eyes, that she obviously hasn't stoned her eyes, but her eyes are really like, they just draw you in with those lenses.
yes. Like those bright blue contacts, just amazing, especially surrounded by that heavy dark makeup.
Yeah, and
Um,
that heavy studio lighting.
like she's very she's very old school in the way that she paints with the old school hair and the old school heavy, sharp contour. Like I've just paused my thing here, looking at her face compared to all the other queens. Like all the other queens have got their contour on, but they've softened it out, they've blended it out. Hers is very harsh and painted and contoured in. So it's good to see that she's doing that old school style of drag makeup, but with a fashion forward twist of the styling and the aesthetic of what she's got. I think she'll be fun to watch.
100%. Now, what I am predicting to be, unfortunately for her, our filler queen is queen number 8 of the ranks, Pamora Fifth.
I hate the outfit.
Do you know what? I hate the catchphrase. I loved the top half of the outfit, not necessarily for her. I guess I like the idea of it. Could have been executed differently.
It's giving me costume store Peg Bundy.
Okay, well now you've said that, you've ruined it for me.
The whole no, I'm talking about the whole look.
No, I know you've ruined it for me.
Ow.
Well, now all I'm going to see is Peg Bundy. Also,
Well,
lace
because
front issues here for this young queen too.
See, I'm looking at my issue is I hate the color combo. Like the is it maroon or is it brown?
It's
Um,
also like, I mean, you would know, but like some colors show up on camera really differently. So it's one of those
yeah,
things where I'm like, if it was in person, maybe that color would
like
be more
on
vibrant, but also then comparing it with, she has the pink hair, right?
yeah, like she's
Yeah.
got like purple, like almost mauve, very
Mm.
mauve colored hair. Yeah,
Yeah. So like pairing that with that outfit, I feel like maybe it's a stronger look in person. Um,
like I
like she's
so
preppy and fun.
I on camera it looks like a brown, like the fabric on the
Yeah,
top.
it's like
It
a
looks
reddish
brown.
brown.
But then it's got an orange, like a fluorescent orange lining, and then you've got like magenta pink sequined leggings, and then hot pink heels with mauve hair. Like
I mean, what you're
it's
describing is a hot mess.
it's the color combo is too much. Like I don't mind a good bit of color blocking if the colors are different. But
Okay.
because these are all so many varying shades, and it's not even like this actually, this would have been camp if it was done in an ombre style, as in if she started with the reddy brown hair going into the magenta pink top with a mauve lining into the hot pink leggings into then like a lighter pink shoe, like ombre down or even ombre up. Like if you're gonna do all different colors of this, like all different shades and variants of the same like color spectrum, that's how I would want you to do it. Like an ombre effect, either top to bottom or bottom to top.
Anyway, don't even worry because it's Pamora Faith, fifth, so I can't even say her name right. And she's our filler queen for today. So moving on to queen number 9.
Oofed, oofed.
This bitch is harsh when she's had a wine or three. Three
I
teen.
look, I think Pomora will be fun to watch. It'll be because what she was, no, it wasn't her. Who was in the? I'm trying to remember who was in the bottom two.
Don't
Oh yeah,
say, you might ruin things for
no, no,
people.
no. But I was trying to remember who was in the bottom two, but I was like, no, it wasn't her. Um, like I think she'll last a couple of episodes, but yeah, I don't. I'm not impressed by. Oh, okay, all right. I've just noticed. So
Ooh.
now looking at it this close, so because I've got the tablet in front of me and I can see it actually this close, her top is actually Indigenous dot pattern.
Oh, well, now we feel bad.
Like that doesn't show up when you're like on TV when you're looking at it from far away. I didn't notice. Looking at it up close, I can now see all the individual details of the top, and it's Indigenous dot pattern. And there's actually a multitude of colors on it. So you've got a red, you've got a mauve, you've got a pink, you've got a purple. Um, so I think just looking at that, that's one of those issues of an outfit that looks amazing in person does not translate well to TV.
You can just say Sean was right. That's fine. I'll I'll allow it.
So, if from memory, Pomora said that she's the first Aborigine and Maori contestant, correct? Like she's Aboriginal and Maori descent.
No comment because I can't remember that bit.
I'm fairly certain that was her,
Okay.
which would make sense with the Indigenous top then.
Yeah, 100% it would.
Oh, okay. Yep. I just saw who our next queen is.
Oh, behave.
Love the name. Love the outfit. Hate the shoe.
What's the shoe?
Oh, it's fucking hideous. Um, and with that like an actual ribbon tied as a lace to lace up over the shoe. So it's a pump that she's then tied a lace
If the
around to then
shoe was a person, who would it be? Famous person.
uh someone that looks
Hilary
okay, but
Duff.
Yeah, Hilary Duff.
I haven't
Oof.
seen. I can't remember the shoe. I do like Hillary though. She's lovely, but
No, I was just trying to think of
basic.
someone that no. So it looks it's an okay shoe with an over the top accessory that makes it worse. Um, I'm trying to think who that would be as a famous person. I wouldn't say Hillary though.
All
Lindsay
right,
Lohan. Um,
an okay shoe with an over-the-top accessory.
that then just makes it meh.
Brad Pitt when he was married to Angelina.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
She's over the
See,
top.
now this, so she's got a very color blocked outfit. Like I'm loving so all the purples are the same. They're all the
Mm-hmm.
same color. So I'm loving that lilac purple accents with the bright blue of the coat dress,
Mm-hmm.
um, contrasting with that orange hair. Um, like everything but the shoe. The shoe is fucking hideous. Get rid of the shoe. Gone. Boot. Ugh.
So my comments, my notes, I read them out exactly as I have them here. Is I have her uh, quote or tagline when she came in. It's good to be home, Mo.
That was camp.
That was super camp with a little leg kick. Loved it. Love the
In the
name.
hideous shoe.
So I put, I love the name. Beautiful outfit. Beautiful makeup. 50s housewife inspired. Will it get tired too quickly? And then I have new drag. And if you have not yet watched the copy of Tu Wong Fu that I gave you, you will watch it and you will see that is it just a boy in a dress?
So okay, so just quickly, we established, yes, you gave me a copy of Tu Wong Fu as a gift because I haven't seen it, but I don't own a DVD player, so I can't watch it.
Damn it!
So we've already established this. So I might be able to get it to work in my PlayStation. So that might be the way I have to watch it.
Never
Um,
picked you as a gamer.
oh yeah, I'm a huge gamer. My online user handle is gamer as in GAYMER.
You and
Like,
everyone else.
um, I love the name because it's very so I can tell she's going for a very 60s 70s-esque style. Like her name is Aubrey Have, very Austin Powers-esque. Same with the
Mm-hmm.
way that she walked in, very Austin Powers-esque. Um, she's another fucking mullet queen. Ugh.
Yeah.
Um,
Lovely face though.
oh,
Ruined
she's
by that hair.
that why the mullet? I just don't get it. I just
It
ugh.
wasn't good the first time around. Anyway, let's
And
spend no more time talking about the mullet.
it's even worse this time around because all the mullets these times around they're all stringy and ratty at the back. They're not like a full wavy puffy mullet. It's just like snippets of hair. Anyway,
It's not like
um,
Jason Donovan.
oh fuck, that was a hideous mullet, like my dad at his wedding. Um, oh, I just took a close up of the shoe. The ribbons are intentional. They're part of the shoe. Even
Oh,
worse, I hate them. I hate the shoe. Sorry, Aubrey, you're probably not listening, but if you do happen to listen, I hate the shoe.
she'll find
Um,
us. She'll find us. These queens, they'll find us.
but
Come at us.
so we find out that Aubrey started drag during lockdown.
Yes, so brand spanking new.
So like not even a year old, if that. Like she started it in lockdown in Melbourne, started doing drag. And that's when Minnie Cooper quips in and gives them one of the most amazing
Oh, it's
like
the
little comments of the season
best.
of her studying lockdown as her studying drag in lockdown as well, but hers was
You're
in
not
the
going to be able to see
1920s.
this, but I have this written down here on my notes. I was like, it's so
Yeah, I can't
funny.
see that.
No, no one can.
Aubrey, like, I think she'll be very much a fashion queen. I think I have a feeling. So one of two things will happen from my eye as a viewer, an avid drag race viewer, and as a queen, knowing that producers overwork the show.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling that them like one of two storylines will happen. They'll either set her and Guy up to be allies in like this fashion forward, like them against the rest, or they'll set the two of them up to be rivals. So kind of like Violet and Miss Famous, or Pearl and Miss Famous.
Yeah, they definitely overproduce the show. And at this point, like it's so early on in the game, like they could pretty much take it in any
Hmm.
direction. Even like there's a little bit later on where I think we touched on it before, where it's like, is it going to be older queens versus young queens? Like producers have got, they're going to be rolling in it and laughing their little socks off at how much fun they can have with this.
I'm also noticing, so just from watching this again, so almost all the queens have a very similar style of makeup.
Okay.
So there's one or two that don't have the same like way that they're painting, but a lot of so Aubrey obviously is one of the different ones because she's doing very harsh, clean lines.
Mm-hmm.
But all the other queens are very much painting a very similar aesthetic to their eye makeup and their contour and the lip color they're doing. It's all very, very cohesive, which I'm not sure I'm a fan of because I prefer when you can see everyone's unique individuality into it. And just changing a color or two is not enough. But I'm just noticing that they're all looking very similar.
Right. Well, that's a great opportunity to move into our final drag queen.
Oh, she's so I've known of this queen for a while. Um, like she's a legend in the Adelaide scene, and I've got several friends in Adelaide that used to tell me about her all the time. And I've seen snippets of her performing in Brisbane. I'm yet to see her live, but I would love to see her live. Apparently, she's a phenomenal performer, but she comes in dressed in a gigantic gorilla hand because, of course, it is Queen Kong from Adelaide.
Queen Kong. She's got the upper hand in this competition.
Although, I'm honest. So again, I've known of Queen Kong for years, and I'm open to admitting this. I honestly thought that she was an Aboriginal queen. I was shocked to find out that she's actually a Kiwi queen.
She is a Kiwi queen.
Yeah, I thought she was an Aboriginal queen, and I was like, she's fucking. I mean, it doesn't diminish the fact that she's fucking phenomenal,
No.
but I was like, she's an Aboriginal queen, absolutely slay, like she's amazing. And then I was like, oh, I did not realize that she was actually Maori. Doesn't change anything, but I was like, okay, that shows that I should never just assume. Um, but yeah, I love the outfit, as in I love the giant gorilla hand. I'm not a fan of the nude
Mm-hmm.
bodysuit underneath. I wish it was a different color. I wish it was red, similar to like the nails on the gorilla hand.
Ooh, yeah.
And I'm not a fan of the hair with that outfit.
No. I thought the outfit was cool. I like the fact that, she obviously was playing to her namesake
Yeah.
with this one. Love, love, love her. Like she is a stunning queen.
Oh yes.
And she mentioned that she's a house mother.
Oh, did she?
I'm pretty sure she did. I made a note of it, so she must have said something. So I'd like to learn more about that. It's not something that I
She
would just
must.
write down.
She must have children back in Adelaide. She was actually recently in Brisbane performing. Um, like she gives me so she often wears this wig that is this huge over the top, like very Diana Ross-esque curls.
Love it.
And she looks stunning in it whenever she wears it. She's a gorgeous queen. So I'm excited to see what she can do in this competition. So then we get our first siren of the season. Well, the queens obviously react excitedly. In walks RuPaul in.
I'm sorry, who?
In walks RuPaul in a oh I'm gonna say like a Minnie Mouse esque top with a blue plaid suit.
I love this because you sent through the notes about touch points that we should talk about,
Yeah.
and you put Rue's workroom look, and I was like, the set, like the look of the set, or how Rue is dressed. So in just, respect to my stupidity, I thought the set looked cute. Didn't love the didn't love the like really cheap looking archway around where they've got the little pillars with the little cherubs on it. But I did like how they played with the cherubs later and had them with sausages and pins. Now, Rue's look, however,
Oh, it's like,
we call that power clashing.
it's okay. So I understand that it works because it shouldn't work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that it works because I don't like the two together.
I don't
Like,
mind a polka dot, but I've never been a big fan of plaid suits.
oh, I'm all for a plaid suit, but I'm I'm one that I'm one that either one or both, not one or both, one or the other has to be your statement piece and say something. You can't have a bold statement shirt and a bold statement suit. You have to have one or the other. It's like when you're doing makeup, you either have a bold eye and a neutral lip, or you have a bold lip and a neutral eye. You can't have both.
Or if you're going out in the town on the lash, as we'd say in the UK, and you either have your legs out or your tits out, but you don't have them both out.
Exactly. Like, and this is very much Rue's suit is I would have loved the shirt or I would have loved the suit. I don't love the two together. But I understand that they do work because it's one of those very fashion things where you have um the contrasting patterns that work.
And
Oh, and then we have so Rue addresses the controversy from last season
yes. So
where it was
the controversy from last season was everybody was saying he wasn't here because they didn't see
so
him on screen with the Queens.
everyone was saying that Rue was green screened in, so that he wasn't actually in New Zealand. He wasn't there filming anything because you never saw him actually within a reasonable distance of any of the queens. So he was always a fair distance away. Even when doing the workroom go around for all the challenges, he was a reasonable distance away. Um, he wasn't anywhere where the queens could interact with him. Obviously during COVID, so he had to be far away
Well, that's
because
it,
of everything.
social distancing. But I didn't watch
I never.
any other drag race last year other than Down Under.
So I mean, I watch every reiteration, and actually, that's one thing that we probably will end up doing is, depending on the success of this one, which hopefully it gets successful, is I feel like we should now continue on by recapping every subsequent season after this.
That's a lot of work, hun.
Yeah, that's fine. It's if we're watching it, we might as well recap it and talk about it. But he wasn't green screened. I didn't at once while I was watching season one. I never once thought that he was green screened in.
No, neither did I.
And then when everyone was like, "Oh, he's green screened in, he's green screened in," I was like, "Is he? No, no, surely not."
Well, here's the thing, right? If ABBA can go on tour and hologram themselves onto the stage as their, as their iconic like 70s versions of themselves, then surely Rue could
I
do
just
whatever Rue wants.
so this is my turn to be dumb. I was like, wasn't it a holographic thing because they're all dead? And I'm like, wait, no, they're not dead.
No, they're all alive and well.
Not like that. Not like the
Um,
Whitney Houston concert that went around, or the Michael Jackson
or
concerts
the
I remember. They were
Elvis
both,
one. Did you
where
see
they're all
Celine Dion
holograms.
performing with Elvis years ago? It was amazing. Weird.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Um,
Anyway, we
but
digress.
yes. So Rue addresses the controversy by saying he was green screened in, asks the Queen to volunteer. He chooses Spanky. Spanky
Makes
walks up.
sense.
Rue slaps her.
Hold
Obviously,
on.
fake
Let me slap
acting
you.
slap.
You ready? It's coming. Ugh.
Ah,
Yeah.
my hair moved better than hers did. I still fucking hate that wig. Um, and this is coming from me again. I wear flat wigs. That the wig is horrendous. I'm sorry, Spanky. It's just I'm not a fan. Um, and this is me sitting here in dead straight fucking hair
Also, blonde bob.
in a lopsided bob like she's wearing, but it's just hers is very much straight out of the bag. Um, But yeah, so then Rue goes through, discusses, says, you know, thank you for joining us, season 2, blah, 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 and goes on to introduce the mini challenge.